began to start planning my meal list for the month. These meals are from July 13th through August 9th. I did actually list a couple of goals that I have for this month. First of all is to use less gluten-laden foods. I've been reading a book lately about gluten and how, the book says how bad it is for you, and really you should go on a gluten-free diet, especially that a lot of people have gluten sensitivity, not even necessarily allergy, but according to the book, it has a lot to do with some people who suffer from anxiety and ADD and lots of different things. I'm pretty skeptical about this, but it makes a lot of sense as far as basing a lot of the meals on a lot of gluten foods is not all that healthy for you, even though it's cheap. So especially like us, if we're trying to watch our grocery budget, it's easy to get into the habit of eating lots of breads and pastas because they are cheap. So my goal is to lessen the gluten that we're eating on a daily basis. Not necessarily to eliminate it completely. That's not quite practical for us yet. It would be interesting to be able to have a week or so where we could try to go gluten-free, but that's just not something we can do right now. And then my other goal was to replace those gluten-laden foods with just more veggies. I figure you can't go wrong with having more vegetables. Now, I debated whether I was going to do a monthly list this week or next week. This was on the schedule to start a new meal list, but we have been really off our meal schedule lately. We had a lot of times where we went out to eat a couple times extra, and we had some picnics and things and some changes of plans. So we do actually have some meals and some meats left in the freezer. But the thing is that we're running out of a lot of our basic staple items. So I decided that what I'm going to do is empty out the freezer and to see what meals I have and what meat I have, and start that, because I have so much of it, to start basing my list off of. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those things out of the freezer and show you what I have. Here are all the meals and the meat that I had left in my freezer. I do have 2 packages of the Italian, I call it ground beef, but it's actually ground beef, turkey, and Italian sausage. And then with some spices. These are already browned up and seasoned and ready to go for spaghetti. I might do a shepherd's pie, or there's another soup that we didn't end up making for Rebecca's dinner day. And Emma did not do hers either, so we do have the beef left for her mini meatloaves that she's going to do. So that's like 3 meals back on the schedule that we didn't use. Then I did pick this up last month, knowing that I'd have it ahead for this month. It's just some ground beef. It is a little bit higher on the fat content, but as usual what I do is mix it with the ground turkey. And the reason I bought this last month was it was on clearance for $10 for 5 pounds. So that was only $2 a pound for ground beef, which is a great price. So what I'm going to do is thaw this and then make the ground taco meat and meatballs. So since I'm thawing them and recooking them, or since I'm thawing and cooking them, I can refreeze it that way. I also had 3 complete freezer meals left. I have a chicken cacciatore. We have, let's see, what is this? Cranberry green bean pork. And I think what I'm going to do on that, because it has the frozen green beans, I'm going to use this one up. But next time I make it, we're actually not even going to put the green beans in. Those got so mushy after sitting in for 8 hours. Next time we're going to do the sauce and the meat and then just let it cook and then have the green beans cooked and mixed in at the end. And then the other that I have is a lime shredded pork, which I haven't actually even tried this one yet. So those will be good on like some tortillas. So this will actually drive my grocery budget quite a bit down this month. So my thinking is that I will start looking at some of my pantry items, see what I can stock up on, so we stay ahead of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and add these to my meal list and go through and make the rest and figure out the rest of my meals, and I will show you when I am all done. So here is my list all ready to go. I ended up with 13 crock-pot meals, and like I said, I worked the ones that I already had into the plan. We have our fun meals as well. Those are usually accompanied with a movie and a family night. So neither one of the girls got to do their dinners they had planned last month. We just got too busy with trips and things. So we're going to go ahead and try and do those this month. And then our usual pizza and nachos. Also want to get out and grill. Try probably once a week to get out there and grill. We really like to do it, but it's a little time consuming. So I figure if we plan it out, we're more likely to do it. And then our normal stovetop and oven meals there. So that is 26 meals. And Rebecca's birthday also does fall on August 9th, so the last day of the plan. So I need to actually ask her what she wants to do for her birthday dinner. So I don't have that one on the list yet, but other than that, that's my plan. Again, I'm not going to be real crazy and get upset if we deviate some from this. This is just to help me get organized with grocery shopping and just to know what we have on hand. And then for lunches, this is my plan, my ideas for lunches. Again, we may not always stick to them completely. I know we have too many lunches planned. I'm sure we'll be out doing things, especially on the weekends. We like to get out of the house, so we may not, although I did plan some salads, so those would be easy to pack up and take with us if we needed. And then breakfast, these are our normal things that I try and make ahead. And you'll see there is a lot of gluten in my breakfast foods. This is where I'm struggling to have, because I don't cook a hot breakfast every day. Usually like with the waffles and pancakes, I'll make them ahead and have them in the freezer, and then the kids can get them themselves. Breakfast is real low key around here, especially in the summer. It's kind of as they get up. And so definitely I want to start working on some gluten-free options, which I did look up on Pinterest. I'm going to try 2 new recipes. I'm really going to try and ease into the whole gluten-free and the less gluten lifestyle. I don't want to go too fast and overwhelm myself. So the 2 recipes that I want to try are the banana bread chocolate chip oat bars, which are vegan and gluten-free, and then the quinoa and broccoli egg muffins. So those both sounded delicious for breakfast, so I'm going to be trying those out, and I will make sure and let you know how I like them in another video. So that's what I have on my list. Like I said, other than asking Rebecca about what she wants for her birthday dinner, we are all set to start making the shopping list. So I've got my list done. I just went through the circulars to see what was on sale and then through my meal list to see exactly what I needed. That's what I love about having this printed list too, is I'm really short on time. This month I had like about an hour and a half to get the actual shopping list done. But this way it takes all the thought out of it. I can just walk to my cupboard and I have all my, like, for instance, my staple condiments that I need for most of my meals. And I can just look at the cupboard and see what we're out of. So rather than having to think of everything individually and write it down every time, this makes it so easy. And then I do use the highlighters to highlight all the different stores I'm going to. I am going to Gordon Foods today. I'm going to get some turkey breast, and you can get it sliced free there. So I think when I went up there to get my niece's ham for her open house, I realized how cheap comparatively. I pay $3 to $4 a pound for sliced lunch meat, which is ridiculous to me. When I don't know, I know it was on sale, but the ham was like $1.30 a pound or something like that. Something really ridiculously cheap. And I know that was on sale, and the turkey is a bit more, but surely it's cheaper than getting it in the small 1-pound packages. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick up a turkey this month, and then maybe next month I'll do ham and just have it sliced thin for sandwiches.